Hey, welcome everybody. This is Larry Goodman with Success After 55. And my special guest today is Maureen Tara Nelson,
Hi.
the one and the only. And Maureen owns MTN Matchmaking here in New York City and on Long Island. And she has over 2,000 loyal members to her matchmaking company. I know most people think that a matchmaker is somebody who's 85 years old with warts and a broomstick, and things like that. But no, they can be young and as pretty as Maureen.
Oh,
And she's also very smart, and she has a passion for helping people. I know that for a fact. So, Maureen, I would say, please introduce yourself. Tell the folks out there who you are and what you do.
Okay, well, I'm Maureen Tara Nelson, owner of MTN Matchmaking. And thank you, Larry, for having me here today. I'm really excited to speak with everyone in the 55 and over age group. I'm pretty sure I could help all of you, and thanks for having me.
Okay, years ago I had a online dating site.
Yes, I remember.
And after having that site, I realized a blind date was probably better than going online. I mean, you go online, pictures are horrible, people exaggerate. At least with a blind date, the person setting you up knows you and knows the other person. So I would say blind date you, but anyway. But since we're not talking about blind dates, we're talking about matchmaking and the value of a quality matchmaker. There's a ton of matchmakers out there that don't give a hoot about their clients. But I know you bleed honesty, and also you care so much about your clients. So I would say that, to me, I want to know why you decided to go into this line of work.
Well, I was a pharmaceutical rep after college.
Wow.
And one of the companies, I had the product Prozac. So they made us experts on the human brain.
Experts, okay.
And I learned a lot about controlling behavior, narcissism, verbal abuse. And at that time, I was married and I had young children, and I realized I want to help other people so that they don't have to go through the divorce that I knew I was going to have. And at that moment, a company that you know of opened up on Long Island, and I just knew it was my calling to help people. And that was 16 years ago, and now for the past 11 years, this has been my own business. Long Island, I've been in the same building for 11 years. I have 2,000 of the best clients, and I'm truly blessed for what I do.
And I think you're also with the Matchmaker of the Year a few times.
Yes. As you can see, we're very blessed that we win every year. Best Matchmaker through Dance Papers and some other contests as well.
Well, Maureen, being 55 and older, I guess I passed that mark a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
When I was
Not me, though, just so you know.
When I was about 24, I got married. At that point, I thought I was over the hill already at 24. And my ex-wife is a wonderful gal. She may be watching this one day somehow. But she is still a wonderful woman. And but when you're younger, I'm sure the same applied to her. Our requirements were so few. I was 6'1", a lot of hair, not anymore. And a mustache. I was a good-looking guy back then. That's all she needed. That's all she needed. She was very pretty. She was funny. We got married. Today, I find, being older, that our lists are like a long novel. If, the gal, you know what? Her hair's too short.
Right.
Her teeth are too brown. Or, I hate those shoes.
And that's the biggest mistake.
She talks too fast. Right. She talks too loud. Almost like a Jerry Seinfeld, that program, right? And nobody can fit all the requirements when you get older.
You should only have 5.
Really? What are those 5 requirements?
Well, it depends upon the person. Whatever you think your 5 must-haves are, that's what you should be looking for. But the biggest mistake, especially in our 55 and older group, are they'll come in and they'll have about 25 prerequisites. No one can do must-haves. Yeah. You can have 25. 5 is what you can do. That's realistic.
Well, at the top of your head, I'm not told you to the exact 5. What would you say, improv now, are the top 5 requirements that people should have?
Well, I can't say that because everyone is so different. So someone might come in and they might say he has to be intelligent.
Okay.
He has to be funny. another girl could come in and say, you know what, I don't care if he's funny. I just want him to be successful.
He must be boring.
Well, you never know. But the interesting thing is, people come in and they'll say all the time, doesn't everyone say the same thing? But they don't. And that's what makes the world and matchmaking so exciting, because everyone is very different.
So everyone's needs are different then.
Yes, but that's what I do as a matchmaker, getting to know those needs, making sure that they're on target with what their 5 must-haves are, because that's 1 out of 3 parts of compatibility that I use as a matchmaker to make them successful.
Now, my producer, Jenny, who's not here today, she always says I use a lot of analogies. And my analogies my analogies are that basically you're almost like a real estate broker finding a house for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And people, I have to have a big kitchen, I have to have a den, and so there are all requirements when buying a house. So really, going to a matchmaker is like going to a real estate broker. You're going to find the right house, the right person for them.
As long as they're realistic. And that's my job too.
Okay, let me see. For $100,000, can you get me a 4-bedroom house in Brookville?
Well, also too,
yeah.
When someone comes to me and you are telling me what your 5 best qualities are, you're also going to be telling me what the 5 must-haves are of the guy. So it's those 2 things that is homework for everyone. And I'm utilizing both of those to give everyone an appropriate match. And I will tell you, though, in the age range 55 and above, it does get harder as we get older. So I put together a list of tips to help all of you who are 55 and older know how to be successful in this very difficult age group.
Can I hear those tips, please?
Sure. Okay. So if you're 55 and older, you have to be realistic and realize you're in your 50s now. So ladies especially, just stop thinking like you're in your 30s. Too many of my clients in this age group, they'll be thinking as they were when they were 30 years old, like, oh, he's not good looking enough. Well, you can attract the same guy now that you used to do
he's got
when
hair
you were 30.
coming out of his nose, right?
Well,
yeah,
that's a real thing. I would either say to them, I would tell him right away, you can't do that.
Okay.
The second thing is, you have to be able to take constructive criticism. I can say to a guy, got to lose a couple of pounds. And he'll say to me, okay, Maureen, how many? Thanks for telling me. I say that to a woman, she wants to kill me. So,
but isn't it for a guy, isn't a big gut a sign of success? Usually guys who have a gut. I know I'm in the car business, right? I used to be in the car business.
I've never heard that once in my 16 years of matchmaking.
That's not a thing.
That is not a thing, Larry. No.
The bigger the gut, the bigger the wallets.
Back to my list. So,
go ahead.
Ladies, just take the constructive criticism because it comes from my heart, and I'm here to help you. And also, I'll be helping anyone that's not a client today, obviously. Then also, I know what both men and women want in this age range. So you need to take my advice, because I'll never steer any of my clients wrong. And today when I'm giving you advice, it's always going to be real advice to help you be successful. Now, men, usually 55 and above, it's interesting because most of the time people are going into a second relationship or a second marriage. True. So everyone is so afraid out there. Men fear, oh my God, if I go out with someone in this same age range, she's going to take half my money just like my first wife did. Now a woman, she's going to say, oh gosh, if I go out with this guy, he's my age, he's going to hurt me just like my ex-husband did. So everyone in the 55 age range, they're walking around with a big wall up. You can't do that. Nope. A guy looking at a woman who has a wall up, he's going to say, whoa, I'm not going near that. So ladies and guys, get that wall done. But as a matchmaker, I help you with that. Then
PITA, pain in the ass.
So that leads to my second thing. I will be protecting you as your matchmaker. So you don't have to worry that you're going to get hurt again, because I'll be matching you up based upon compatibility and chemistry, which we'll get into a little bit later. Then also, number 6, you are not going to be everyone's cup of tea. And you have to realize that. It's a real thing out there. Dating sucks. Everybody hates it. But you have to have a thick skin, because you are going to be facing situations where you're not someone's cup of tea. And you have to stay patient and you have to stay optimistic that one day it will happen. Then I specialize in compatibility and chemistry with all my clients. But as we get older, obviously, it gets harder to find someone that we have chemistry with, because I know I don't look like I did when I was 20 years old.
Can you find me somebody with extra wrinkles, please?
Sure. Did you see these wrinkles that I have?
I see one, I think.
Do you really?
Really?
Okay. So just remember, though, as we get older, the chemistry is harder, which I'm going to get into how we'll fix that.
Okay.
Then also, you, ladies and men, we have to be health conscious now. When you reach 55 and older, you have to realize you don't look like you did when you're 30. So you really have to work out. Do you think I want to work out every morning on my exercise bike? No, but I know it's something that I have to do. So we all need to be on the same page as that and be our best, but realize too, no one is perfect. So you can't be looking for perfection either. Then, here's another reason why it's so hard when we're 55 and older. Our social circles get smaller.
They drop dead.
So, oh gosh, that's such a downer.
I'm kidding. Come on.
But really, and what do you do? Just say if you didn't hear of MTN Matchmaking on Long Island. What people do is the internet. What people don't realize is the internet is crazy ass dangerous. I'm the one that hears the horror stories every day. We typically see 3 to 5 appointments, 5 to 7 days a week. And at least once a day, we'll hear someone say something that happened on the internet with internet dating. But in the age range of you, 55 and above, that's extra dangerous because there are people that target that age range.
They prey on...
yes. So at that age range, just hopefully, if you live on Long Island, I'm here as Long Island's matchmaker, or in the city. But, hopefully in another state, you can find a matchmaker that'll protect you from that. And then lastly, when you're 55 and above, you have to be patient, positive, able to take constructive criticism, open-minded, and have your 5 great things about yourself and know what they are, because if you don't love yourself, no one else is going to be able to love you. So own those 5 great things about yourself, and if you don't know what they are, figure them out and be proud of them and show them every day of your life to everyone that you meet what your 5 great attributes are.
Now, that was wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
It was wonderful. And we're going to have more wonderful stuff coming up. But I do have a question, because right now you are in the New York area, Manhattan,
yes.
And on Long Island. And this will be going to people in Asia, anywhere. It could be in the Antarctic.
Wow. Hi, everybody.
It's kind of cold up there, right?
From Long Island.
The point is, somebody's going to say, Maureen is wonderful. I like listening to her. She has sage advice. I want to speak to her. Can I hire her to be a coach? Because right now I'm doing things, I'm screwing up. I can't get a date. And I see these dating experts on TV, and I don't trust them. And I just by hearing you speak, I know that you're genuine and you have my best interest at heart. So can people contact you and hire you as a coach?
Yes. Even with my own clients, I'm their dating coach, which I just want to quickly mention. Anyone that comes in, a woman 55 and above, at this point now, you have to do the program where I'm your dating coach. But if I'm not your matchmaker, or if you live out of state, I do offer dating coaching over the phone to everyone. Now, it is $150 for a half hour.
Well, that can be on Zoom too, or Skype, I guess.
Yes, yes. But that $150 could be steering you into the right direction to find love. And there's so much miscommunication between men and women. I'll be able to tell you what you've been doing wrong so that you don't do it anymore. So that could be invaluable, that one bit of advice that you might get from me, or maybe 10 things I might suggest. It could be the difference of you getting married or breaking up even? I never believe in going backwards. Never go back. So a lot of people use that dating coaching for help, and I love doing that.
This is an ad you have here, right? But there's other ways to contact you also through the internet and
It's also
Facebook.
my article too. That
Really?
I wrote.
Wow. It's,
Finding Love for Valentine's Day.
all right. So now I saw this ad, and I said, Maureen's the best. I want to contact her. And after I, called you up,
Mm-hmm.
what's next? What happens next?
To this day, if you're going to live on Long Island, you call 1-888-31-MATCH,
Mm-hmm.
and you will meet with me, the owner, privately in my Manhattan office. And you might know already that when it comes to Long Island, I'm the only real matchmaker that's here. Now, probably just because I work 24 hours, around the clock, and not too many people want to do that. I'm blessed with what I do every single day. I know I'm here to do this. So that's why I do what I do. But, just give me a call, and again, you will have a free consultation.
Now they call, they come
Yes.
here, and how long does the process take before you decide to take them on? You may not take them on because you...
Yes, that's very big. I have a very thorough screening process, and that's why I said with women 55 and above, things are changing now. And so I can definitely help you, ladies, and I want you to know that. I can help you, but you have to follow not only those 10 tips, but I've even put together some must-haves that have to be done, and I will help you at that point. But going back to what you're saying, you will come in for a free consultation. Now, I don't know if I can help you. If I don't think I could help you, I'm not going to take your money. In this age group, remember I said it's the hardest age range, 55 and above. But I'm going to do my best to help you. But many times women will come in and they're nasty to me. So I know guys are
nasty?
not nasty.
Wow.
And I know it's because they have that wall up. I can't help someone that has that wall up. I can't help someone that's nasty. I'm not going to take their money. Same thing with
Give me an idea. Give me an idea how they are being nasty. What do they say? Basically,
they'll just come in and they'll say, "Yeah, how do you know what you're doing? Why? Just because you've been doing this 16 years, pharmaceutical rep? I don't think this is really going to work." And then I say, "Okay, guess what? It's not going to work." And I walk them to the door.
So now we have people viewing this and they've had bad luck. Nothing's working out.
Right.
And I want you to tell them that they can have success. Let's hear some success stories of people that came in here saying, Maureen, it's never going to happen to me. I'm not going to meet somebody.
Right.
And you said, don't worry.
Right.
I'm on the job. You have your back. Let's hear some stories that people thought wouldn't work out and you made it happen for them.
Okay. Well, first I have to tell you what the screening process is.
Okay.
Real fast. I do a felony background check in every single state. And then everyone meets with me in the Long Island office personally and privately. Everyone has to be a nice, decent, quality, positive person. If you're not positive, I cannot make you successful. Think of if you're negative, how could I possibly help you?
They should go to negative dating.
Exactly.
Okay.
So a nice, decent, quality, positive person. Then you have to be emotionally stable. Now, from now on, we are going to have in our list if someone is bipolar or not.
Okay.
Because I cannot treat someone that is bipolar, even though I learned all about it in my pharmaceutical days. So that's something that is going to be routine now to protect my other clients. Then everyone has to be financially stable. So ladies, you've worked very hard for your money. You're smart, you're successful. Well, guess what? You don't have to meet a guy in a bar who unfortunately doesn't have a job and he's just looking for sex, but he's promising you marriage. Okay, you don't have to do that anymore. Everyone is financially stable. And then this is the most important part. Everyone has to be looking for a committed relationship. If you are, I could match you like this if you take my advice. So to answer your question, there have been, over 1,000 success stories that I have, And I have, of course, a lot of favorites. And just by coincidence, Sunday, a producer, friend of mine, said to me, Maureen, I often hear about people that you couldn't help be successful. Because obviously if someone's not going to take my advice, they're not going to be successful. And those people tell everyone, hey, this program doesn't work. And guess what the age range is, ladies? 55 and above. So that's another reason why I'm here, because I'm going to help you. But
whether you like it or not, I'm gonna help you.
whether you like it or not, this will work. You just have to take my advice. So on Sunday, he said to me, he goes, what are your top 4 success stories? And he goes, I want to meet with them and I'm going to videotape them.
Wow. Okay.
Right away, I said, my clients come to me for privacy. They're not going to want to go on a video. How can I do that? So my wonderful assistant, Justine, everyone loves Justine. She goes to my bulletin board, which you can't see right now, but it's up here for everyone to see once you come in.
It's up there.
For your free consultation. And I just pointed out, my 4 favorites. She called them up and she said, look, can you do Maureen a favor? Because unfortunately in this day and age of the internet where people having one little thing wrong, they'll be quick to say something negative or mean or nasty. We want to ask you to tell your story dealing with Maureen. All 4 of them said yes. So this is all happening Sunday. So obviously that's why I'm flying on air right now with happiness, knowing that they are going to.
Okay, changing the names and their occupations.
Yes.
Just take us through the, let's say one person who came here and very negative, and now they're very happy because of your advice and your service.
Okay. Oh, there's a lot of people that I have changed because I'll give you one example. On a Saturday, a guy walked in with a huge wall up. Now, again, I know it's 2 different things. Either one, that wall is up because he's been so hurt, and I know I can't help him. So in a case like that, I would have to say, look, I can't help you. I suggest you go to a therapist and then come back to me. And I actually...
And heavy medication.
And then give me some. Just kidding. And then I have a whole list of cards that I would give out to that person to help them be at their emotional best before they come to me. Or it could just be that someone is nervous. They're meeting me for the first time. So, they come across as having that wall up. So I had a guy, and this was just a couple of weeks ago, comes in and he just had that huge wall up. And the first words out of his mouth were, yeah, I don't really want to be here because it's not going to work. So I said, okay, guess what? It's not going to work. Thanks for coming in. Bye. And he goes, what? I drove a half hour to be here. And I said, well, why'd you do that? You just told me it's not going to work. It's not going to work. So, sorry. I'm walking away from him. Then he started to follow me. And he said, well, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have said that. So I stopped him and I said, are you nervous? And he said, yes. So I said, come sit down. We're going to have so much fun. Because I make sure everyone, when you come in for your interview, everyone is nervous, but everyone leaves me saying how much fun the program is, because it's fun to get to know each other. I love my clients. I have the best clients. 99% of my clients love me. We won't talk about the 1% because obviously I can't help everyone. 1%.
But you have a lawyer on retainer.
Yes. My accountant, thank God, is an attorney as well. Today, in fact, I received a gift from beautiful Meg, 25 little mini cupcakes, which we found out that's a very famous
They're still
thing.
there or they finished already?
I actually had, between Justine and I, there are still some left of the 25, but we had a field day. So thank you, Meg, for those beautiful cupcakes. But in that interview, he came in so nervous, and I almost threw him out. I got to the bottom of why he was so nervous, and he promised to take my advice, and now that guy is on hold, and he is going to get engaged.
What does hold mean? People don't know what hold means.
When there are different time memberships that I offer depending upon the age. So if you say pick the 6-month program and you go out for 6 months and then just say that person wants to move to Alaska, what would you do? You would break up, and with another service you'd be done and have to pay again. This freezes your membership time, so you didn't lose any time.
That's wonderful.
So, yeah.
That's
and
wonderful.
Actually, another real fast success story, because she is coming on Sunday, and this success story I have hanging up over there. So that's my special corner of favorites, right on my desk, right there.
Okay.
This wonderful girl came in, and she said right out, I'm going to take all of your advice. Just tell me what to do. I love that as a matchmaker, because I know I can make you successful if you take all of my advice. So she did. She didn't care about chemistry, because she knew if you're compatible, and that's my job, I'm matching up people on 3 parts of compatibility, chemistry will grow. Too many people think about the movies. Oh my God, love at first sight. I didn't have it. I don't want to meet that person again.
Right.
You need to try to go out 3 times in my program. So she did that. She trusted me on chemistry will grow. And now, if you do all those things, because I'm making sure you're compatible, and you have to be both compatible and have chemistry, then what would take 2 years in the outside world only takes 6 months in my program, because I'm doing the hardest part. I'm doing the compatibility. So she wrote the most beautiful card, which states she took all my advice, and she got engaged after only 6 months, and now they're married and pregnant with a child.
Nice.
So,
nice.
And that came to me before Thanksgiving, and what a Thanksgiving
Give me 2 thumbs.
gift.
4 thumbs up. There we go.
So,
Maureen, I want to thank you for being, I want to thank you for having me in your office today.
oh, I'm so happy you
It's a
came.
wonderful interview.
Thank you.
And I know that our guests, listeners really enjoyed this, because I enjoyed this. If I enjoyed it, they enjoyed it. And there'll be a link here below that you could click on, this link, and you'll get more information about Maureen's business and who she is and all that kind of good stuff. So guys and gals, thanks for being here today, and we'll see you down the road. Bye.
Thanks for having me.
Okay.